Hey guys, Duka back with another review video for Lupin Ranger vs. Pato Ranger. This is episodes 14 and 15, I believe. I'm grouping them together since I was catching up on Build, and so I had to delay my review of it. Right. So the setup for these two episodes were that the Gangler were setting up a trap for the police to come so that they could injure them with one of them, Togeno, having he can shoot out spikes that have poison in them. And so when Keiichiro, Sakuya, and Tsukasa, when they were up in the mountains looking for a VS vehicle that was underground, the monster set up a trap in his personal vehicle that hit him and poisoned him. And Tsukasa and Sakuya were left to fight. I forget the monster's name, but apparently it was one of a pair of brother monsters who, this was pretty funny. The elder one was killed when the Pato Ranger, during a fight in their mech, stepped on him and killed him. Like, wow, that is an anticlimactic way for, a monster to go. Usually one that, especially with the Monster of the Week setup that the series has, it kind of reminds me of that one moment in One Punch Man where the giant, he hits the wrong shoulder and accidentally crushes his brother. Like, I'm sorry that's a bit of a minor spoiler for the first episode of One Punch Man, but that's really not as big of a spoiler in that show. But yeah, Dogranio was also there at the scene, and he is super powerful. I think it's the first time we actually see his strength, and I guess he's, leader of all the Ganglers for a reason. He's that strong. Like, whoa. But yeah, because of that, they were able to at least get away, and Keiichiro and the others are left highly injured, especially Keiichiro himself, since because he went down to get to the VS vehicle, which is a crane and a drill, kind of a coupling, kind of like the scissors and the shield that the Lupin Ranger have. He ends up the worst out of all of them, since he basically is risking his own life to get those weapons and ends up almost near death in the hospital. It's kind of scary. It kind of worries me. And so the episode after that, the Lupin Ranger do hear about what happened to them when Hilltop, their boss, comes to the restaurant, and so they go to check up on him and hear word about the monster. So they go really quick to fight the monster and get the collection piece from him before the police come to finish them off. And they do come. They're really badly injured, but they do come. And Umika and Kairi do get an understanding of, even though they are heavily injured, this is their job as police to basically, risking their lives for the greater good, and they see how much of a risk it is for them. I think with this now, it is starting to get a bit more closer understanding. They are starting to see, in the previous first few episodes, it was with the police side, specifically with Keiichiro starting to get an idea that the Lupin Ranger are doing this more than just stealing treasures. And so now the Lupin Ranger are getting a sense of, now they are doing this, they are risking themselves. It's an equal amount of risk for them because both sides are risking their lives for what they're trying to do. Yeah, I just want these two teams to team up already, honestly. Uh, we also got, it's been a while since we've seen this, we saw the Pato Ranger combine again into one in order to fend off the monster Togeno when they encountered him again, and that was really cool to see. Like, it's kind of symbolic, like how they're all working together and they're kind of sharing each other's pain. They feel the poison that Keiichiro has, and they also feel the injuries from Sakuya and Tsukasa when they were injured by Doguranyo. So that's very symbolic of how the police are a unified unit, which, like, I mean, now I just realized that. Like, that's just, wow. I don't know how I didn't realize it the first time they had the combining thing. I guess I was just a bit overwhelmed with the shock of, holy cow, they combined. It's a double reference to notice. But yeah, that's basically it. As for Kamen Rider Build, I love it. I really do. I'm glad I started. I'm glad I picked it up since the movie is coming out soon with Rena. I highly recommend it for anyone who's a tokusatsu fan, or, you know, who wants to get into tokusatsu and to Kamen Rider. It does handle a lot of themes such as politics and war, and, you know, it works with it, with the setting that it has. That was one aspect about it that I didn't think I was gonna like about it, but I really do. Cause, like, me personally, I'm kind of indifferent when it comes to talking about politics over here in the US, but, like, right here, it's like they took it in a really interesting direction because of the setup that Build has. And also you can feel, since Build itself is kind of an anniversary season, I think, there are a few throwbacks, since this is also going to be the last Kamen Rider series of the Heisei seasons, you know, before the current Prime Minister of Japan retires and a new Prime Minister, so it'll be a new era, I guess is what you would say. So this is going to be the last Kamen Rider series of this current era in Japan. So you can see it, like, there are a few subtle throwbacks, a lot of them, again, bringing it up to double because it's such an influential series to the Kamen Rider franchise, especially in the Heisei generations. Mostly with the Rider Build himself, because when he transforms, he's combining two elements together, kind of similar to how in Double they were combining two memories together. With Build, he combines two elements, because science is also a very heavy theme in this show. So it's like, the way it is, it's a living object and a non-living object. So it's a rabbit and a tank, a hawk and a Gatling gun, a gorilla and a diamond. It's like, you get so many crazy combinations, and so it's a whole bunch of different forms. It's so cool. And also the story itself, it transitions so much. It starts off in the beginning as sort of a murder mystery, trying to find out, there's this guy who was killed, and they think this person did it, but he says he didn't do it, so it's someone else who set him up. We gotta find out who it is. But then it becomes so much more than that, again, integrating in war and politics and vengeance and so much other stuff that is just so good and so engaging. And the characters are all really good. My top two favorite are Banjo Ryuga and Misora. Misora, I love her. Those two really do give me the feel of kind of, I guess, bringing up Double again. the relationship is very similar to how Terui Ryu and Akiko was in Double. I'm gonna be real with you, I ship Ryuga and Misora, I really do. And there are all sorts of other characters that come up that we are introduced to. We're introduced to other writers, like there are several writers in this series. I want to say the most complex is Rogue. Oh, he's something. And also Grease, like, oh man. There's so much I could say about this, but I don't want to give away too much because there's so much development in this, so many twists. You just have to see it for yourself. Like, I really would hurry and binge watch this series before the summer movie comes out, because I will when it comes out, I'll give my thoughts on the movie. And I don't know when the final episode is going to be. I think the current one that's out is 37. Yeah, 37 just recently came out on JA Toku. So it's not going to be long until that's over, and then August is when the movie comes out. So definitely look forward to that if you're a Kamen Rider fan, and if you need to catch up on Build, I will. Oh man, like I'm sorry, I'm rambling. It's like I'm just very excited to see where this story, how it ends, really, because it's just been such a roller coaster, this show. But yeah, sorry I rambled on for a bit, but those are my thoughts on Lupin Ranger versus Pato Ranger, and also Kamen Rider Build. I'll probably make a video for the finale of Build when it comes up. Then again, I haven't really been doing weekly reviews, so you know what, heck, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll just put a spoiler warning so I can talk about stuff. But yeah, that's basically it for me. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any thoughts on Kamen Rider Build or Lupin Ranger or Pato Ranger right now. I'm kind of excited for the next episode of LuPat, since I did kind of catch a glimpse of the preview. Looks like it's going to be a body swap episode. I know there are some people who aren't very fond of body swap episodes, but I personally like them. Call it a guilty pleasure. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!